Welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at these lovely little reactor missions, what you need to do to complete them, and potential rewards that I haven't actually properly seen. So you can see right here on the reward screen, you've got a red mod, an ultimate mod, 2 purples, a reactor, and a few weapons. I have pretty much only got reactors from this and maybe a couple of weapons here and there, but I haven't got that big main mod that's available on that list reward. You get the money, you get the XP and stuff, so very easy way just to do a little bit of farming, kill a whole bunch of enemies and stuff like that. So with this one, it tells you that the monster levels are 14. I have switched over to this character for another reason, which I'll show you later in the video, and it's a little bit lower, so it's a little bit more difficult for me to actually get this done. But what you need to start this reactor mission is 13 polymer void shards and 2 organic void shards. These are in your consumables, as you can see over here. We've got the inorganic, the polymer, and then we've got a couple of other things as well. Depending on which part of the planet you're on and what missions you're doing, you will get these reactor rewards, and I'm going to show you how to get them. So if you go to your map, once you've found the reactor, you need to get the void fragments, and that is on the other side of the map here, called the void mission void fragment. Now this is usually an orange symbol, but it's the same symbol. This here is what you need to go and do to get those items that we were just speaking about. This is basically just a horde mode wave based thing that you need to do, except you need to destroy the tower. Now you can see right here for me it says destructible only by skill, and it needs to be fire. So let's just switch over to Bunny for a second, because I've already done a few of these on Bunny, and you need to have the same elemental type as the tower. If you highlight that, it will tell you what it is. So for Bunny, you need an electric tower. Any pillar that needs any kind of element that you don't have, you need to go and unlock a Descendant to be able to use that Descendant to break that tower. So Bunny is fairly easy, because once you have enough electricity, her rabbit foot ability, where you double jump and land on the floor, will be able to kill the pillar fairly easy without having to use any of your skill energy. And basically, to start it off, you stand next to it, you cause damage to it in any way, shape or form using any of your abilities. Then you'll get hit with a whole bunch of enemies come running at you from different directions. You need to wipe them all out and kill them and everything. But you need to keep an eye on the health bar at the top, because that is the health bar for this pillar. There are 3 sections to it. Once you get it down enough health, it will lock itself away and you can't do any damage to it until you do the next wave. But once you kill all the waves of enemies, that will become unlocked and you can damage the pillar with abilities again. There is a time frame on when it locks, so theoretically you want to get it down to the next natural point, so you don't have to do more than 3 attempts at this, because if you leave even a little bit of health, then you're going to have to redo it again, and you're going to have to add extra waves of enemies in. So you need to do enough damage to be able to get it down. And like I said, with Bunny, it's very easy. You just double jump next to them a few times, throw out your little bomb thing that you can do, and you will take it down to the health maximum that you can take it down to very quickly. Now I found it a little bit more difficult when I found the fire one. So you can see me changing from Bunny to Lepic, because Lepic is fire based and he's a little bit of a lower level for me. But when it came to actually destroying the pillar, I found it very difficult to find and do enough damage to it. So you have a grenade that you can throw out and do a little bit of burst damage, but it wasn't enough, and the recharge rate on that skill wasn't enough to actually take it down within the little time frame that I had. I was under leveled, so maybe if I was the same level, the grenade would have done more damage, but that's essentially what you need to do. You find a pillar that has the void fragment mission, you see what's required in terms of element. You need a Descendant of that element to do damage to it, and then you just go through and you get all of the rewards, and you have to keep repeating it over and over again until you have all of the void shards that you need for the specific reactor that is on that part of the map. When you activate the reactor mission, you're going to have a few bosses to kill. Sometimes it can just be one singular boss that is very strong, or a couple of bosses that are right next to each other who are equally as strong but are able to be taken down. You're going to get all the rewards we spoke about, and potentially hopefully start getting dropped better mods than the ones that I already have. And then you will get access to something where you can create a material item, but no matter what I've done so far, it's told me that there's nothing to create there. So I'm assuming end game, after the story's finished, you'll be able to use these to farm them over and over again and be able to create some sort of material in the thing that pops up after you beat the reactor mission. When you find a reactor, go onto the map, look for the void fragment mission, see what element you need. If you have that element, switch to that person, go over there, fight waves of enemies, destroy the towers using only your abilities, and then rinse and repeat that same pillar killing horde mode until you have enough of the fragments that you need to activate the reactor, kill the bosses. Hope this helped. Thank you for watching. I've been easynow. You guys have been awesome.